Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-October 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the lovely Taurus collective in mid-October? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Taurus in mid-October. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Yeah, the deck is already trying to jump out of my hands. That's a good sign, right? Let's get this first card. There we go. Nice and quick. We have the Alchemist. Cool. I really like this card. I do. There's a lot more depth to it than it would seem, right? It seems very simple. We got a bald dude looking at a potion. But when we look at the fine details, there's so much more there. Like with the alchemical symbols and the different layers. It does remind me of the Hermit a little bit, which again isn't a bad thing. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this Alchemist. Really like him. So again, it reminds me of the Hermit, so maybe some of you are in Hermit mode. Maybe you're just doing your own thing in your own lane. A lot of privacy with this type of card, nothing wrong with that. But let's look at the finer details. Notice this person has the alchemical symbol for the sun on their third eye. So to me, this represents illumination, understanding, aha moments, eureka moments. So there's a lot of things that could start making sense for you, or situations where it's like, oh, I'm connecting the dots now. Oh, okay, now that makes sense. Now I see in retrospect, which can be really great. But what else is he doing? He's staring at that potion. He is staring at his creation. There are undertones here of manifesting. So again, I'd say this when it shows up, your powers to manifest could be heightened. We're all creator beings. We could all change situations, but to me it does feel heightened here. Now, aside from that, this is a card of focus, okay, especially with him locked in on this potion. So maybe there's a situation that has taken up a lot of your brain space, okay? Maybe Spirit's like, hey, keep looking at it, Taurus. Or it could be the complete opposite. Maybe there's something you're paying too much attention to and Spirit wants you to look at something else. You would know your situation better than me. I feel like for some of you, try your best not to get tunnel vision on one particular thing. But this is great. It could be really great. But we're just going to let him. You might be under the microscope too with this energy. Keep that in mind. But we're just going to let him chill over there. He keep making his potions. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time here for you. Taurus, what do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled The Sudden Return. Now, that doesn't just represent people you haven't heard from in a while. Of course, it could be, right? To me, it felt like the door was open for a lot of things to circle back. And I've been seeing it for a few other signs in particular, and you were one of them. So again, whether it's talking to someone you haven't heard from in a while, revisiting a situation that you kind of put in a chapter behind you, like there was something that was popping back up. So just know that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks where the door is open. So keep your head on a swivel. But we'll see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So we'll take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Taurus. What do we got in mid-October? There we go. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Love it. That's what I like. That's what I like, Taurus. One of my favorite cards right there in the beginning. I mean, it is a little fast. The energy itself could be a little jarring, but that's great. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more here. The Star. Whoa. Okay, my friends. You're assembling an all-star team of cards here, of really good cards. Let's get one more out here for you. This might be one for the books. And the King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard. He's got his goblet. He's chilling out. Listen, I'm feeling very optimistic about the energy I'm feeling right now, Taurus. And for those cross-watching, it doesn't matter if you're cross-watching or if you're the Taurus, the energy feels really good a lot of potential. Now, of course, you know how readings go. It could take a left. We'll just take it step by step, right? I'll try not to get too far ahead of myself, but we're looking great. Now, let's go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, we have a nice little mixture of elements. I mean, when I see the Wheel of Fortune, I connect that to Jupiter, very expansive, and we'll deal with that a little further. This could be multiple elements, actually. Then we have the star, which, believe it or not, even though there's water there, that is air energy. So the realm of logic, the mind, um, communication, those are big things. And then we have water right there, the internal world, emotions, feelings, love, romance, creativity, artistic abilities, just so much creative juices flowing. So there's a lot of internal energy here, and then there's external. So it's going to be very intriguing to me to see how it all plays off of each other. Because one thing I can say about all of them, they all lean optimistic, each and every one. So let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we start with the Wheel of Fortune. And there was a reason I got that reaction when it popped out. Again, one of my favorite cards. To me, the Wheel of Fortune is the four-leaf clover of the tarot deck. It is very lucky. So for some of you, maybe Lady Luck is on your side, right? I mean, not everyone relies on lucky breaks and stuff like that, but you might catch one anyway, even if you don't rely on it. We love this card. It's great for that. Again, it does tie into Jupiter energy, so it represents expansion. It represents spiritual protection, the universe's energy working with you as opposed to against you. It's really great. Now, there are some deeper aspects to it. It is a very karmic card. It can speak about the cycles of life, the experiences we go through, beginnings, endings, returns, departures. You get what I mean? It's a never-ending circle of life, so to speak. The only downside to the wheel, to me, is the fact that it moves fast. It moves very fast. It's very powerful, almost like fire energy. So explosive, out of nowhere, very sudden, very unexpected, um, which is usually how lucky breaks happen sometimes. But there might be a situation where you just catch a blessing of some sort potentially. But again, it could just show us how the energy is moving. Really like it, like the karmic archetypes. Moving to the middle, as we get this tucked in by the amethyst, we have the star, another beautiful, beautiful card. This is a card that links to Aquarius, so you might be connected to an Aquarius if that's not the case. The star to me represents wish fulfillment. It represents hope. It represents optimism. So it's really great for all that kind of stuff. Now, it also doesn't represent right this second, though. Like when I look at the star, I think of big picture thinking. I don't just think of today. I don't just think of this week, even though this is a weekly reading. I think of like years. I think of the whole life. The star is a long distance of time. But aside from that, there's that real nice hope and optimism. Now, the downside to the star, when this energy flips in reverse, it could be a little depressed. It could be a little hopeless. We're not going to go there just yet. But I'm just trying to give you a full picture of all the possible meanings that these cards could have. But I like it, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. We're looking real good. There could be something really big coming your way. Can't wait to get more detail. Now, moving to the back end, we got our pal here, the King of Cups himself. Now, I always say kings represent control of their respective suit. We already talked about the water, the emotions, the feelings, romance, love. So when we see the King of Cups, he is balanced. He is in control. He represents the full expression of the suit as well. So again, there's an intensity here, and I could say that about all these cards. There's a certain intensity in the energy, but that's not scaring me. It's not making me nervous. The King of Cups can represent the love that you have for someone or the love that someone has for you. If you're not connected to Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, the King of Cups is, I don't want to say drastic, but it's just a very powerful emotional energy. And that could swing either way, right? Like usually emotions can be great and you feel like you're at the top of the world. But the downside of the King of Cups is it could be depressed. It could be someone that's not in control of what they're feeling. Lots of ups and downs, lots of highs and lows. It's an energy that seems to be bouncing around a lot. But I will just say, at face value, with everything we're looking at so far, I'm feeling super optimistic with what we're seeing. When we have the wheel, the star, the King of Cups, this is good, hopefully. So I want to dive deeper on all the Taurus. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. And yeah, this is where I jump in and go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that wheel. See what this fast moving energy is about. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's see the wheel, please. What is happening? Why do we got the wheel? Thank you. Okay. This could be very interesting times for those of you with like business ventures, business opportunities, work things, because the energy is shifting here. Now, when I see the Eight of Pentacles in reverse underneath the Wheel of Fortune, this could absolutely represent a blessing that could potentially fall into your lap, or a win that can fall into your lap. Now, one thing I know about Taurus is generally pretty hardworking people. Right? Like if there's a goal or something you want or something you want to achieve, you will put in the effort to get what you want, slow and steady over time. When I see the wheel with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, oh, this came my way like a gift. So again, whether it's like a surprising gift from the universe or a person, it's like, oh, I didn't even do anything for it. It just kind of happened. It's like a lucky break, really. So for some of you, you might be a little more daring. That's another thing that I'm picking up here as well. I know sometimes Tauruses could be a little cautious, but you might want to take a walk on the wild side in this time. You might be having some temptations, or you might feel like breaking your everyday routine. But aside from that, like this feels like a win, victory, or blessing where it just kind of happens. It feels like a lucky break or a gift or a surprise. I like it. I think it's great. I don't think we even need to overcomplicate it. Now, with this in reverse, I don't want to say it represents job loss. To me, it's just a change in how you view it or a change in circumstances. So to me, I think it could be good. I think it'll work out to your benefit, whatever it is. Now is a very interesting time for those of you with business endeavors or work situations. Because to me, it's like the universe is going to assist you here. Let's keep moving. Great stuff so far, but let's see what the star has. I really want to get to the king as well. So why is the star here for my Taurus friends? That's the star here. Thank you. And the moon. You got something coming in, and you might not even see it. That's how it feels. Like just like we had in the front, we had a lucky break. Now here in the center, the moon, if you're not connected to Pisces, because the moon, Pisces or Cancer, depending on the reader, but the moon is just very subtle. It's very unknown. It's a unexpected type of energy. So when we have this energy, that seems to drop in your lap. Then we have the star and the moon. Notice how they're both at nighttime as well. I'm not sure how that might fit in for some of you. I mean, if you're a night owl, this energy's all over the place. But again, I gotta say, this is like an unexpected win, victory, gift, blessing, whatever label we want to put on it. When I see the moon, it's like, all right, you don't even see it coming. So, I mean, some of you are going to have to circle back on this reading in like a week, 2 or 3, and let me know, like, hey, what came in? What happened here? Because there's obviously something that might not be on your radar that it's coming your way. Now, if it's something completely off your radar that catches you off guard, I think it's going to be really great for you. But for some of you, it could even be something where it's like you're doubting that it's going to happen, or you're doubting something like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. And it's like, holy crap, it actually worked, or holy crap, it actually happened. It's giving me that vibe. So you got multiple unexpected wins and victories here. Let's keep moving. I'd say probably the best reading I've done so far for the zodiac. So if you're going through tough times, this energy will be nice relief. If you're going through some stuck or boring times, this energy will be nice relief. If you're going through a good time, and we're reading it, right? You got more to come. Let's see what's up with the King of Cups. Same goes for cross watchers too. There could be different breakthroughs in the situation involving your person that could turn out in your benefit. Okay, yeah, Six of Pentacles. It's just really good. And again, another card of gift giving. I always say this, that the Six of Pentacles shows up normally a lot in people's birthday season. So, I mean, I got it for Libra this week because we're in Libra season. So it's giving, right? It's an energy that's very charitable. It wants to put energy out there. And when I see it with the King of Cups, to me, it feels like someone that's hitting their stride, so to speak, where it's like, okay, now I'm getting the hang of this. Now I'm getting used to it. Now I'm getting comfortable, which feels really, really great to me. But it's like we have gifts on gifts on gifts. We have wins on wins on wins. I think your reading this week is highly, highly favorable. And the universe is really going to be working with you. I really do. This is a karmic card as well. So it's like we begin and end the main spread with karmic energies. They're all great. Um, I don't even feel like there's a warning here. Like I could really inject one when I see this with the King of Cups, where it's like, all right, well, don't tap yourself out, don't do too much. But I feel like I don't even need to give you a warning. It's just like blessing on blessing, gift on gift, ones that are coming out of nowhere, maybe a couple that you expect. It's just a whole spread of energetic goodness. So I think this is extremely claimable for a lot of Tauruses, and especially those that are cross watching for Tauruses as well. Because usually when I read Taurus energy, it's pretty stable, right? It's usually pretty steady. I don't want to say it's predictable. This isn't predictable, but it's in a good way. So there could be changes in your situation. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow. Yeah, my favorite of the zodiac that I've filmed thus far. That's for sure. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Eight of Pentacles. So again, interesting stuff for like career and business for a lot of you. Changes that you might not see coming, but they work in your benefit. But to me, it's like something coming your way you really didn't even have to put a lot of effort into, or you really didn't have to work for. It's like, oh, thank you, universe. We have like gifts coming in, and that could be a lot of things, right? Wins, victories, gifts, they could come in all different shapes and sizes. But then there's one that's just not even on your radar, an outcome that's not even on your radar. We have the star with the moon, where it's like, listen, it's going to go way better than you think. So again, an unexpected win, victory, surprise, whatever. Moving to the back end, we have the King of Cups with the Six of Pentacles again. Like it gets better and better and better. So I don't even really think I can inject the negative into this reading, even if I wanted to. Not saying I would, but the energy just feels so crisp and it feels so high vibrational to me. I would claim this reading. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay. Let's get a good shuffle here from my Taurus friends, please. What is happening? And yeah, I was like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this card out here. What do we got for Taurus, please? Quick, super quick. Four of Wands. Like, even your shadow card is good this week, my friends. Even your shadow card. So I love the Four of Wands. It's the 1111 card, right? That's a nickname a lot of people give it. Represents signs, synchronicities, omens, all that good stuff. It's celebratory. It represents people coming together and celebrating something. So it fits the theme, it fits the bill of what we're seeing. So I really, really like this here. So yeah, keep your eyes. Maybe your guides and your spirit team are trying to communicate with you. That may be why this is in the shadows. But one thing I will say about the Four of Wands, since it is the shadow section, it could be an energy that's a little grounded, a little set in its ways. So I think for a lot of Tauruses in this time, just be a little more pliable, if that makes sense, or be a little more malleable or adaptable to changes in certain situations. Change isn't always a bad thing. Okay, it may seem bad at the time, but in reality, it might work out for your benefit when you look at it in retrospect. Um, but the universe is going to do what the universe does. I just love your reading from top to bottom. It was really great this week. So, Taurus, that's what I have for you, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation and book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The October schedule is up there and it's filling up quick. So if you want to have a little chat, go over there and check it out. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of the most stunning decks I've ever experienced, the Star Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments. Since last month, I asked everybody which zodiac sign they get along best with. This month, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you clash with a little bit there? Drop it down in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.